Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Title number 21 is coming. May not be this season, but it could be next season or the season after. We are certainly in this title race. We are now third in the Premier League. We are the most successful team in Premier League history at the moment. We've obviously got 20 titles and 13 of them are Premier League titles. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, so we haven't won it now for around 8 years. Solskjaer has said, don't talk about a title bid until March. We beat Leeds yesterday by 6-2 at Old Trafford. That's probably our biggest win at Old Trafford in the Premier League this season. It was our second home win in the Premier League. We've done very, very well away from home. When we beat Sheffield United last Thursday, we became the first team to win 6 successive away games after conceding first in a single Premier League season. And we've won our last 10 away games in a row in the Premier League. We've not lost away from home in the Premier League since January. Now, I think this season our aim will be the top 4. And I think we can get top 4 this season. I think we can also win a trophy. I think we've got a good chance of winning the Carabao Cup. Winning to the quarterfinals of that. We do play Everton. That's going to be a tough game against Everton, by the way, because in Everton's last 3 games, they've beaten Arsenal, Leicester and Chelsea. And they have got a very good manager in Carlo Ancelotti. I think he's been at Everton now for around a year. Got a good pedigree behind him and he's won around 15 major honours in his managerial career so far. We've played Everton once this season in the league, beating them by 3-1 at Goodison Park. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes scored 2 and Edinson Cavani scored, and that was his first goal for the football club. So I'm hopeful that we can get into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. We could win the FA Cup as well. Now, I'm hopeful that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can succeed as Manchester United manager. And I have been saying things like, Solskjaer isn't the right man and that, but I hope I'm proven wrong. And I have been saying like he is Harvey's depth at the football club. Now, in a lot of the games he has managed at Manchester United, his decision making has concerned me. Because he has got things wrong in a lot of games that have actually cost us. But on the other hand, there's obviously games where he's got it right. So you've got to give Solskjaer credit for that. Solskjaer's priority is leading the club to long-term success. Now, we will still be Manchester United manager in the new year. I can assure that now. Could still be Man United manager at the end of this season. It depends how things go on. If we keep this good vein of form, obviously he will be. Solskjaer has been in charge of Manchester United now for just over 2 years. He's managed over 100 games for the football club in all competitions. And he's won around 60 odd games. And he's under contract with Man United until 2022. It is good that we are making plans for next year, because next year we are looking to make more signings. We've already revealed our transfer plans. We are looking to strengthen in 4 positions. So we're looking to get a right winger in, a defensive midfielder in, a centre half in, and a right back in. There's been a lot of players on our agenda. I recently gave you the news on Moises Caicedo. It's for Duncan Castle said that Man United have been in transfer talks for Caicedo, so too have West Ham. Independiente del Val value him at around 5.4 million, but it says they are likely to demand a 20% sell-on clause. And he actually revealed in an interview, did the player, that his favourite club is Manchester United, and he said he wants to follow Paul Pogba's footsteps. Jack Grealish, he's now on our agenda. Don't forget who was in for Jack Grealish during the summer transfer window. Bissau Uma from Brighton. He's been on our agenda recently. Liverpool also want him as well. Liverpool are seeing him as a long-term replacement for Georginio Wijnaldum, because Wijnaldum's contract does expire in the summer. I think Bissau Uma's agent confirmed there's around six clubs in for him. Brighton paid £15 million for him from Lille in 2018, so he's been at Brighton a few years now. He's got a contract with Brighton till 2023. He's valued at around £30 million. Would you take him at Manchester United? Dayot Upamecano, we've been in for him. Don't forget, at the end of this season, he's going to be available for around 37 or 38 million, because that's when his release clause does become active. Jadon Sancho, I think we'll also go in for him next year. Don't forget, during the summer transfer window, he was our number 1 priority target. Erling Haaland, I think we could also go in for him next year. Solskjaer does deserve more backing at the football club, because during the summer transfer window, we missed out on all of his priority targets. The board have not backed any of the managers that we've had since Ferguson left. And this is one of the reasons why the board's been one of the biggest problems at the club for several years. But Ed Woodward has come out several times to support Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, despite us having a poor start to the season, and despite us getting knocked out of the Champions League. We're obviously going to focus on the outgoings next year as well as the incomings, because he's still deadwood at the football club that we need to get rid of. I think next year we'll be looking to get rid of Jesse Lingard. He's recently said that Sheffield United have inquired about getting him on loan in January. I think his agent the other week was in talks with Real Sociedad. Celtic, Rangers and Villa have been in for Lingard as well. Lingard is into the final 6 months of his contract. Lingard has been part of the club for several years, but obviously he doesn't get in the team now regularly. I think next year we'll also sell Phil Jones. Phil Jones has been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. This is now his 10th season at Manchester United. I think we'll also offload Marcus Rojo. Because he's never really established himself as a first team regular since he's come in. I think we'll also offload Sergio Romero, because Sergio Romero is now our third choice goalkeeper. I think we could also offload Matic. I think Ighalo will leave in January when his loan expires. I think Matic could possibly leave. There has obviously been rumours of Daniel James going. Leeds United are the ones that have been interested in him. But James did play yesterday against Leeds. Got his name on the score sheet and put a good performance out. There's been talks of Brandon Williams going out on loan. Because obviously he's our third choice left back now following the arrival of Telles. And earlier on in the season there was rumours of Dean Henderson going out on loan. So there you go. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's not under any pressure now. reflecting on the good results recently in that. But he has been under pressure quite a few times since he got appointed in as Manchester United manager. There has obviously been talks of Mauricio Pochettino coming in to replace him. He's been the favourite to take over at Man United. Obviously, Massimiliano Allegri, he's been on our agenda a few times. Earlier on in the season, Julian Nagelsmann was on our agenda. And Thomas Tuchel, he's been on our agenda. Solskjaer has gained managerial experience, reflecting now on he's been Manchester United manager. And you can say he's learned quite a bit. He hasn't got a proven pedigree, has he? Because obviously before he came to the football club, he managed Molde. He won a few Norwegian titles at Molde, but Molde are a big club. And before he was at Molde, he was at Cardiff, and his record at Cardiff was absolutely disastrous. The January transfer window will be Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as Manchester United manager. So far, he has endured 4 transfer windows at the football club. He has spent over £200 million at Man United. In the summer of 2019, he brought Daniel James, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. In January, he brought Bruno Fernandes in and Odion Ighalo in on loan. And in the summer transfer window of this year, he brought Donny van de Beek in, Alex Telles, Edinson Cavani, Facundo Pellistri and Amad Diallo Traore. Amad Diallo Traore will be joining the football club in January. Won't he? Solskjaer did well last season in his first full season. Obviously, he got us to 3 semi-finals. Got us qualification for the Champions League and got us 3rd. That's the second highest we've finished since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. He has showed tactical flexibility as well in a lot of the big games. Our record against the top 6 side last season was very, very good. Solskjaer has beaten Guardiola 3 times as Man United manager. He's beaten Frank Lampard 3 times as Man United manager. He's beaten Jose Mourinho once. He's beaten Thomas Tuchel twice. He's beaten Julian Nagelsmann. Obviously he's now beaten Marcelo Bielsa. I think that must have been Solskjaer. Was that Solskjaer's first meeting as Manchester United manager with Marcelo Bielsa? Yes, it was. Yeah. We've also seen a lot of players depart the club since Solskjaer got recommended in. We've seen players like Lukaku leave, Herrera leave. Maybe you can say they're 2 players we should have kept. We've seen likes of Darmian leave, Smalling leave, Valencia leave, Young leave, Sanchez leave, Angel Gomez leave. We've also loaned a few players out. We obviously loaned Tahith Chon out, Dylan Levitt, James Garner. We loaned Joe Pereira out again for another season. So he has got rid of some of the deadwood as Ole. The vast majority of this team is actually Jose Mourinho's, because there's still a lot of players here from the Jose Mourinho era. There's only a couple of players here now from Louis van Gaal era. There's only one player here from the Moyes era, and there's only, 2 players here now from the Sir Alex Ferguson era. In the last 8 years, we have been playing catch-up, like I've said. We've had different managers with different philosophies. 3 managers have been sacked since Ferguson left, and that was obviously David Moyes. He was sacked after 8.5 months. He enjoyed the shortest tenure at the club. We finished very low under Moyes, 7th, lowest we finished in the Premier League era, I think. We sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years, despite him winning the FA Cup, and we sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years, despite him winning the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield. Jose Mourinho. We spent over £1 billion in the last, 7.5 years, something like that, on players, and we've brought around 36 players in since Ferguson left. But since Ferguson left, we haven't been so good. And before Ferguson came into the equation, we weren't good. Like I've said to you, no one will obviously last as long as Ferguson did, because Ferguson enjoyed 27 years with us, and no one will replicate his legacy. But I certainly think we can get back being competitive, and we can get back, winning major honours, definitely. And, we are doing very well at the moment. Now, we have got good players in our team. Marcus Rashford, he's very, very good. Played well yesterday against Leeds. Rashford just gets good runs in behind. He creates chances. He scores goals. I just think we need to keep Marcus Rashford out wide, because that's where he's more effective. We sometimes do play him centrally, and he can put a good performance out there, but just need to keep him out wide, in my opinion. Recently, he said that Man United will offer Marcus Rashford a 5-year contract worth around £300,000 a week. His current contract runs until 2023, and there's an option of a further year. Rashford, as it stands at the moment, is on around £200,000 a week. Rashford has been a United player since the age of 7, and he's been in our senior squad since 2016. Rashford scored 43 goals now under Solskjaer, something like that. I think Martial's a good player, and he's done well in his last couple of league games. He put a very good performance out against Leeds. Obviously got 2 assists in the game. Should have actually had his name on the score sheet, because he did have a couple of good chances. Martial, I thought, was good against Sheffield United. Got his name on the score sheet. But prior to them 2 league games, he hasn't been that good this season, has he? Because he hasn't been clinical enough. Don't forget, he got a 3-match suspension earlier on in the season. He got sent off in our 6-1 defeat to Tottenham. Martial was good last season. He scored 23 goals in 48 games. He was good in his debut season under Louis van Gaal. Martial's enjoyed a good 5 years or so at the football club. We got him in a deal worth £58 million from Monaco. I think we paid £36 million up front. Edinson Cavani, he's obviously a good player, and he's enjoyed a fantastic start to his Man United career. He didn't start yesterday against Leeds, but he did come on, and he had a good chance, didn't he? Should have converted it, made an impact. A few weeks ago, Edinson Cavani came off the bench to score twice against Southampton, and he got an assist, so he changed the complexion of that game. He scored his first goal for the football club in our 3-1 win against Everton, and he almost scored with his first touch on his Premier League debut against Chelsea. Now, as you all know, Edinson Cavani has been charged by the FA for misconduct. Obviously with the racist comment that he put on social media last month. Now, he's got until the 4th of January to respond to these charges. If he's found guilty, as you all know, he's facing a 3-match ban. That's minimum. But he's just come back from that muscle problem. I think Mason Greenwood's also a very good player. Mason Greenwood didn't play yesterday against Leeds, didn't play any part at all. I'm surprised Mason Greenwood didn't start. I thought he would have done. He has done well though recently, to his credit. Greenwood's obviously had personal issues this season. Obviously he's had injuries, and at one point he had illness. Solskjaer's been defending him a lot this season. Solskjaer said he's enjoyed a fantastic year, and this is his 2nd season in our senior squad. Start of this season, we give Mason Greenwood that number 11 shirt. You know, Mason Greenwood's got a contract with us until 2023. Bruno Fernandes, he's obviously a very, very good player. He's the best player we've got, and he's the best signing we've made since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Now, Bruno Fernandes did obviously play against Leeds. You know, got 2 goals. Also got an assist. Bruno Fernandes, I think, started every match for us in the league, apart from one. He won Player of the Month for November. You know, he's won that now quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. We paid £47 million for him from Sporting Lisbon back in January. Bruno Fernandes is just exceptional. I think he's created the most chances in the Premier League so far this season. But you've got to say he has made a difference in the team. I think Donny van de Beek, he's also a good player. He's made 2 starts so far, hasn't he, in the Premier League. He didn't start against Leeds yesterday, but he did come on. You know, when we do play him, well, when we have been playing him recently, we have put him in that deeper role. That's where he's more effective though, but Donny van de Beek can play in like 3 different roles, can't he? We paid £40 million for him from Ajax. I think Fred, he's also very, very good as well. Give him a lot of credit. I thought he played well yesterday against Leeds, had a great chance in the game. Fred, this season, showed some good attacking intent. He's dictated the play well at times. He's broke up the play well. He's been at the club now for a few years. We paid £47 million for him from Shakhtar Donetsk. Scott McTominay, I think he's good when he wants to be as well, and he certainly showed that yesterday against Leeds. You know, McTominay scored twice. We was 2-0 up in 3 minutes, wasn't we? McTominay also got an assist in the game, but he was absolutely everywhere. McTominay has been part of the club for several years. Don't forget, he did sign a 5-year contract at Man United. It was towards the end of last season he signed it, so he committed his future with the club there. To Paul Pogba's credit, he's done well recently. Since he's come back from that ankle injury, Paul Pogba didn't play any part yesterday against Leeds. We actually rested him. I thought we'd have actually started Paul Pogba. Now, I think we're expecting Paul Pogba to leave the football club next summer. Because don't forget, quite a few weeks ago, Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola told Tuttosport that Paul Pogba's time at Man United is over. Because he said he's unhappy and he has to leave, and he said he's got no intentions of signing a new contract. Then obviously, Mino Raiola changed his statement saying that, made a fresh statement saying that it's unlikely he'll leave in January and he can leave next summer, because before that Mino Raiola said there's a good chance he could leave Man United in January. And obviously the time of the announcement of what Mini Raiola had said, Solskjaer was furious with that. Obviously, Paul Pogba's been heavily linked with a return to Juventus, and swap deals have been high on the agenda. Obviously, there's been talks of Dybala coming in as part of a swap deal, of Pogba going back to Juventus. There's been talks of Ronaldo coming in. It's recently said that Juventus had offered us Bernardeschi and Dybala for Paul Pogba. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with Pogba. PSG, Barcelona and Inter Milan have been in for him before, so he has had a long-running transfer saga. He recently said that we'd lowered our asking price for Paul Pogba and we will accept as low as £50 million. Earlier on in the season, we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract, so he's under contract with Man United until June 2022. Don't forget, he did have an ankle injury, like I said to you early on this season, but Solskjaer confirmed that that ankle injury was totally comparison to the one that he had last season. Some United fans have been saying, we should give him a new long-term contract. This is Paul Pogba's 5th season at the football club since he rejoined. He's made over 100 appearances for us in all competitions. He's won 3 trophies at the club. That was the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield. He's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. Don't forget, we had him when he was a lot younger under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but we had to let him go due to limited appearances. Didn't we? So, there you go. I think Luke Shaw is also a good player. The only element of concern about Luke Shaw is that he is injury prone. Because he's just come back from a hamstring problem not so long ago, and he had a couple of periods out of injury last season. Luke Shaw's enjoyed a good 6 years so now at Man United, paid £30 million in from Southampton back in 2014. I think Alex Telles is also good as well. He's enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career. Telles is a player that likes to get forward, he likes to get in decent positions, he likes to put good crosses into the box. We got Telles in a deal worth £15.4 million. I think Aaron Maguire has really improved in the league since we lost 6-1 to Tottenham. I think the games Aaron Maguire's played well in, he's been very effective in the air, he's showed that ability to play out from the back. And that's good to see. He's enjoyed bad games as well this season, but when he's played bad, he's just looked too exposed. He's made too many mistakes. And he's static, is Harry Maguire. He is. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment because we got him in a deal worth £80 million. And he is our current captain. Now, I think Victor Lindelof's also good when he wants to be, and he has proven that. Obviously good against Leeds yesterday. Got his name on the score sheet, Victor Lindelof. Came from that set piece. Lindelof's enjoyed a good 3 years or so now at the football club. Got him in a deal worth £31 million from Benfica back in 2017. I think Eric Bay's also good. But the problem is hardly gets in the team now. And what? Yeah, I know, I can see.
At what time in our bedroom you up?
I don't know.
You want to check time?
Yeah, I will.
And you want to say something to him as well? Say something.
Yeah, I will.
Just say I'm not being funny, but I'm feeling down. It isn't about what's going on. Why do you ring me up every week? Just say it's Christmas week.
Yeah.
I don't need you on phone every week.
But yeah, like I was saying, Eric Bay. Yeah, he's good, but he hardly gets in the team and he's injury prone, as I was saying before I was talking. Wan-Bissaka, I've been very, very impressed with him. He was good against Leeds yesterday. I like the way he nullified Harrison, made some very, very good interceptions. This is Wan-Bissaka's second season at the football club. We've got element of concerns, obviously, about his lack of attacking intent and his distribution. David De Gea has also done well in games this season where he's made fantastic saves. He made some good saves to deny Rafinha yesterday. And David De Gea will remain our number one this season, probably. This is his 10th season at Manchester United, so he has been a long servant. Juan Mata, when he's played this season, he's also enjoyed good games. So there you go, but, I think Roy Keane liked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's decision to actually go with Daniel James yesterday, because I didn't expect it either. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.